Hey everyone, this is Will the Trill here. This is the official 2023 startup season of this early 1990s Capehart 40 pint dehumidifier. I'm sorry, I apologize that I didn't do an exact official startup of this unit, because when I plugged it in, it just started right up, and the humidistat was already set. I forgot to set it to off. I'm sorry about that. And it started right up. Yep, this is the unit's official startup of 2023. So I got this little issue I have with this one individual YouTuber. And the YouTuber, I'm sure some of you may know about him. It goes by apostrophe Aris, because he's kind of he was criticizing me for not taking good care of our old Friedrich dehumidifier that was only 5 years old, and it crapped out this past year. So guess what, Aris? So you were saying that I lacked any maintenance on that Friedrich dehumidifier. Well, guess what? That thing only lasted 5 years, and it just crapped out. It was beyond repair. So I scrapped it. But this Capehart 40 pint from the early 1990s, it still works. Still has a full charge of refrigerant, which is R500. It still works perfectly to this day. Well, about Aris, his only defense is he's unable to see the difference between a modern and a vintage dehumidifier, the build quality, because he's blind. Well, let me demonstrate. This is the housing, or the cabinet of this Capehart dehumidifier. That's metal. The modern Friedrich dehumidifier that only lasted 5 years, its housing was made out of nothing but plastic. Just plastic, very cheaply made to break. And it's all electronic, computer assisted. That's a lot of things that can go wrong with these modern appliances. But this dehumidifier, this Capehart that's running, it only has a humidistat. You just adjust it, and it starts up, shuts down. That's it. No sensors, none of that crap. That's all there is to it. Just one sensor, one bucket full light. That's it. That's all there is to it. And look what it says under the badge of the brand name, of the brand, of the unit. It says in short print, superior technology. And I have to say, it truly is superior technology, because this thing, it was built with quality, not quantity. Made to last. It was made in the early 1990s, so this thing is at least 30 years old, and it still works perfectly. And somebody was throwing this away, and I was very, I'm very glad to this day that I spotted it on the curb. I picked it up, brought it back here. Timing couldn't be any better. The Friedrich dehumidifier just completely crapped out. It just broke down after only 5 years of use. And so I brought this one to use after cleaning it thoroughly. It works perfectly. This thing is not as noisy as the Friedrich, because since it's being cheaply made by plastic, it was rattling. It was like, but this one's nice and quiet. Here, I'll back up for a minute. I'm going to go towards the TV. See, from back here, it's very hard to hear the compressor. It's just the fan motor, and that's it. So, with the Friedrich, when I was sitting here watching TV, I would have to turn the TV up loud because that damn Friedrich was so loud with all this rattling. But this, I don't have to turn the TV up so loud. Just this thing's nice and quiet. It's not that noisy. Oh yeah, nice and cold. That is cold. Starting to sweat a little bit. Look at that. I have to say, this thing proved itself. It works a hell of a lot better than the Friedrich. This thing doesn't make as much heat as the Friedrich. The Friedrich took R410A. This thing takes R500. It's a much lower pressure, lower operating pressure refrigerant, so the high side doesn't make a lot of heat. Yeah, it's just blowing out lukewarm air. So I hope this was enough to convince you that vintage is better than modern, Aris. Because, so remember this, Aris, these much older appliances, like, ignore the Energy Star bullshit. That's all a scam. Because it's the modern ones that use more energy because they don't work as efficiently as these do. These work a lot better as long as they're maintained, they're clean, as long as both condenser and evaporator cores are clean. So don't let the Energy Star bullshit fool you, because I can already tell that the Energy Star scam has fooled you. So ignore that. Like, I hope this was enough to convince you that older is better than newer appliances, because they're much better built with quality. They're made to last a lifetime. They were built right here in the USA. Well, this one was made in Canada specifically, but still, it's built like a tank. So if you're still convinced with the Energy Star bullshit, I don't know what else to. It may have to take a lot for me to try to convince you otherwise.